Ciao a tutti, I'm Adrián in this new episode of Talk and Go, and I'm here with Fabian, the founder of the Universo.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about where it come from this idea to create the Universo.
First of all, I am an immigrant. I came to Italy from Cameroon.
Okay,
I arrived to Italy in 1994. And obviously, like many immigrants, when I was leaving Cameroon, I had many hopes to look for a better future, to look for a beautiful country where I could prosper in my life. So I traveled to Italy, but when I arrived in Italy, I actually had many difficulties. Like many immigrants have difficulties when they just arrived in Italy. So as I was overcoming the difficulties I had, I started thinking, how can I do to help other people, other immigrants who are coming, overcome the difficulties that I had and I had to overcome. So I decided to create an information center together with some other immigrant friends and some lovely Italian friends. We decided to create a social desk to help immigrants who just arrived in Italy to face the difficulties they have. While thinking of a social desk, we then thought of creating an association. So Universo was born mainly to help immigrants with difficulties face the problems they have in the beginning as they just arrived in Italy. And also, as we started facing the problems of the immigrants, we also noticed that we needed to face the Italians who have difficulties in accommodating the immigrants. So Universo was born to facilitate the integration of immigrants into the Italian society and to open up the minds of Italians to welcome the immigrants.
Okay, yes, I think this is an important, very important thing. Okay, how many people did you start in this project?
When we started, we were about 15 of us, 15 people.
15 people.
Yes, but very soon we became more than 50 people, because as we started with the main intention of facing the problems of the people, the information spread very fastly to the entire immigrant community when they started knowing that they could come to our place to get information, they could come to our place to find comfort, they could come to Universo to meet other people and share their difficulties, and through sharing the difficulties they could find a pathway to integration. You see, so from the beginning Universo started off with 15 associates, but very shortly, every year we have seen about 50 new people come into the association, because as the main base of the association is to face the problems, integrate people. So most people come when they have difficulties. Once they learn the Italian, once they find a job, once they find an apartment,
of course,
they move on with their lives and new people come. Universo is always open for the people who are mostly in need. So every year, averagely, we have 50 new people.
Okay, so
going ahead, yeah.
You think maybe Bologna have really welcomed you, no, at the beginning?
Bologna is a very welcoming city. Though the irony with such welcoming cities is that most people don't go above the simple smile of the beginning. You see, but welcoming means smiling at the beginning. Welcoming means giving everyone the opportunity to have to access to the resources that this territory offers, because we are in Bologna, which is a very rich town, where they can find jobs, where they can find houses, where they can live their life in a lively way. So Universo is a first step towards integration, but Universo always hopes that the step goes ahead. completely welcomes the person. Me, for example, today I am Italian. I'm an Italian citizen. And I can loudly say that I'm an Italian citizen because I have the documents and I feel welcomed in Bologna. You see, I feel Bologna as my city. You see, my jacket is the jacket of Bologna. I proudly go around as a citizen of Bologna after some years.
Okay, glad to hear you. I wanted to ask you about in this during the COVID crisis. What do you think about the challenges? What challenges have you think you have to?
It was obviously very, very difficult.
Yes.
Very difficult because for the immigrant kids who go to school, it became more difficult for them because, you know, when times are normal, children go to school, there the teachers will take care. The families have to receive the children back from school. But during COVID, most of the immigrant children had much difficulties because they don't have the computers. Most of them don't have the computer skills. So Universo, the first step Universo took during the beginning of COVID, we bought computers and brought physically computers to those who had no computer.
Okay.
We sent some of our volunteers in the houses of many young people, teach them how to use the computer in order to get access to their classes. So during this period too, we discovered that there are many people who don't have food to eat. So that's where we started off the project called Partecipato in order to give something to eat to most of the people who don't have anything.
Okay. So yes, maybe.
So it was very, very challenging. Very challenging as most immigrants, this is for the children, the students who go to school, or the homeless people. But there are many other people who live by the day.
Yeah.
So it was very, very difficult. Our offices were closed. So we tried to go near to them. That's where we started on the project of giving food. Because even many people who used to work by the day, during COVID, they could not more work. So they found themselves suddenly without food to eat. So we are still trying to figure out some other initiatives to start off in order to give the opportunity for our immigrant communities to live on despite COVID. Yeah, but if I could summarize, COVID was very, very harsh on us. It was harsh on the general population, but particularly harsh on the immigrant population, which lives generally at the margins of the society. And in this case, they were more marginalized.
Yes.
Because it was very, very difficult.
Yes, the virus is not only like a biologic thing. It has this own social
and economic thing.
Too.
The social aspect was devastating, and let alone the economic. The economic was very, very bad. Very bad.
Let's hope the situation gets better.
Let's hope that the situation gets better. Luckily, gradually, it looks as though things are kicking off. By the grace of God, we hope that it go by like that.
We hope it. So, molto grazie, Fabian.
Thank you very much.
See you in the next episode of Talk and Go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.